In today's video, we're talking about digital portfolios. So for every project, you're going to start the process out by just saturating your brain with as many images and ideas as possible. And I want you to document that process in a folder, not on your desktop. Don't just create a random place for them. I want you to start a folder for ceramics, and within that ceramics folder, you should have a different folder for each project that we do, full of all the things that you found that were interesting and that you thought would be cool to put into your project. So let's say that I'm a ceramics student and I've just been assigned a project. The first thing that I'm going to do is start out by doing a Google search for it, and when I find an awesome image, like this awesome image, I'm going to right click, and for Mac, you're going to hold down Control, and then click on the picture. And scroll down right here, Save Image As. I'd like you to save image as, and then this sub window is going to pop up. Yours might be a little smaller. It might look like this, and that's no good. I want you to expand that window by clicking this little arrow, and then use this view. Just get used to using this view. It's way better than just the list of stuff, and it's way, 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 way better than having all these little icons scattered all over the place. This is the best one. Under Documents, I want you to create a ceramics folder. I call mine Ceramics Student. Call yours whatever you want. And then inside there, our first project, I just called it Example Project. You're going to start saving stuff to Example Project. Okay? And then hit Save. Now all the hard work is done. For every image you find after that that is awesome, you're going to be able to click on it, save image as, and the path will already be set up so that you can just hit save, and then you're good to go. So the rest of it should be pretty simple. Anytime that you begin a project, saturate your brain with as much awesome imagery as you can find, and just don't even think too hard about it, because at the end you want to go into that folder, open it up, and then filter through the best results. And pay attention to these little guys off to the side. A lot of times I find that they're really strongly related to the original image. I don't know how they do that, but it's pretty awesome. So if I go back to my Finder window now, I'll be able to see Example Project, and then all of the cool things that I found are in there. And if you go to one of those and you want to see a bigger image of it, hit the space bar and you'll get a little larger preview, especially for images that are bigger. The next thing that we're going to talk about is documenting the process that you use when you're building it. So let's say that you're working on a piece and you come to a point where you're going to let the clay dry. That's a good point to take a picture. That way, if somebody drops your work, or if your little brother or sister decides that they're hungry and they eat your project, or let's say it blows up in the kiln, you at least have some sort of documentation to fall back on that will show, hey, this is what it looked like before it blew up. This is what it looked like before my dog ate it. So for that process, we're going to use the internal camera in your Mac, and it's called the Photo Booth. I'm sure many of you already know of it. So if I start up Photo Booth and I'm going to take a picture of my work, so I'm going to have it set up on the table. Now you could hold it, or you could hold it in your hand up close to the camera. It's up to you, but I've got a couple pieces here that say this is my in progress piece that I'm going to just take a quick picture of. I can just hold it up to the camera and hit the go button, and it'll take a quick picture of it. And maybe for the next one, I'll turn it so that you can see inside of it. I'll hold it back from the camera, get it posed the way I want it. Okay, done. Now the tricky thing is, and I don't know why they made this so hard to do, is getting these pictures down here into your folder. So let's set these up side by side so you can see. what you're going to need to do is open up your ceramics folder, the one that you put everything in. So there's my example project. Scroll over and actually drag and drop those files into that folder. So there's should be one, and wait till it says a plus sign, then you can let it go. And let's do the second one. It says a plus sign. For some reason that one's having some issues going. There we go. Okay. So now we have photos. We have the date that that photo was taken. It's just a nice record of all of the things that you've done up until that point. Then when the project is finished, I want you to do that again. And we're going to take a picture from the top, side, bottom, make sure that we get as many pictures as possible. And at the end, what I'd like to see is all of that in a folder. For the next project, create a new folder. Call it next project, whatever the project is called, and start that process all over again. So that's how you keep a nice digital portfolio. Everything will be in there, and as you go from Ceramics 1 to 2 to 3, you'll have that kind of follow you through, and each one will be able to look back on and see what projects you worked on as a level 1 and as a level 2, and also help you to not repeat mistakes. So that's it. Keep a digital portfolio. Good luck.